So as Carl mentioned, listen, your stock has enjoyed just this remarkable run, Jeff. You know, the world is changing. More companies now moving very quickly from physical to digital. They're looking at Twilio for help on that. How fast are things changing on the ground, Jeff? And how big is the market opportunity you all see here now?
Well, you know, even ahead of COVID, the market for companies who are undergoing digital transformation and who need to use digital technologies to compete and win in the modern economy was enormous. And what COVID did is it accelerated many of the initiatives and many of the use cases, the things that companies needed to build to be competitive in this digital era were accelerated because of COVID, because of social distancing and work from home and migrating a lot of these business processes to software, into the cloud, and modernizing all of this. And so COVID has been a tailwind to Twilio's business, but really it is an acceleration of the trends that have gone on for the last 10, 20 years as a result of digital transformation in nearly every kind of company.
And Jeff, so COVID acting as a kind of accelerant, I know investors also say that, you know, listen, there's more opportunity that can also bring more competition, right? So Microsoft makes some headlines. They just introduced some new tools. It sounds like moving, you know, directly into your core markets. How concerned are you about that new competition?
Well, I'm not very concerned, and I'll tell you why. I'll give you the same answer that I gave when, you know, Amazon started building products in the communication space, or Facebook or Google, or even BlackBerry once announced that they were going to compete with Twilio, which is, first of all, we're no stranger to competition. This is a huge market, and so it's no surprise that a wide variety of companies have products in the communications domain. And so we compete by focusing on our customers, listening to what they need, and building differentiated APIs, a differentiated platform, and a differentiated super network. And so we've got a 12-year head start on anybody entering the space. And the last thing I'll add is that we are not a company that is very focused on competition. We're focused on our customers. And that focus has driven us for the last 12 years and has served us very well. And so we will continue to focus on the things our customers need in this enormous market and be able to take a lot of market share.
And I get that, Jeff, but let me just push you on that one point. I understand, listen, it's a big market, first mover advantage, but you're not worried at all, at least, you know, Microsoft entering in terms of price competition, that maybe Microsoft moves in here, sees an opportunity, tries to undercut you guys in the market. Maybe Satya Nadella and his team decide, you know what, we can bundle some of these new tools with services and present kind of a compelling opportunity for developers. Not a worry for you.
Well, you know, strangely, I don't think Satya wakes up every day thinking about Twilio, but we are also no stranger to pricing competition. In fact, that is how most companies have tried to compete with us through our 12-year history. Is they come in with an inferior product, they say we're going to be cheaper, but it turns out that the biggest enterprises on the planet or digital native companies, what they want is APIs that work, that are mature, that are scalable, that work everywhere around the world. And we've invested a tremendous amount of time and money to build the leading platform out there. And what we found is that customers value that. And so we're no stranger to people trying to undercut us on price, but what we think and what we hear from our customers is that they want quality, they want reliability, they want HIPAA compliance, they want all sorts of capabilities that let them power their business, and that's what we offer.
Jeff, it's Deirdre. I can't help but think that we heard a similar tone from Stuart Butterfield of Slack earlier, and then Microsoft really ramped up the competition. But I wanted to get your thoughts on something that's being talked a lot about in Silicon Valley. That's this no-code, low-code movement. The idea that you can give businesses toolkits that don't necessarily need software developers to create their own applications. Are you looking at this space, developing in this space?
Yeah, this is a really exciting area. And I think there's three buckets. There's low code, no code, and then yo code for the people who love to write code, developers. And we've got products really for that whole spectrum, right? You know, the typical way a developer might build on top of Twilio is write code, host it themselves. We have a Twilio Functions product that allows us to host the software for our customers. And then we have Twilio Studio, which is a drag and drop designer for the non-developer to be able to build out sophisticated workflows like interactive voice response systems on top of Twilio. And so we have embraced really all three of those categories of builders, because we do believe that at every enterprise, there is a large number of builders with different skill sets who are building the future of how those companies engage with their customers. And we want to enable all those people to succeed on Twilio.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.